Lifetime ISA versus SIPP. Which is better for retirement, the lifetime ISA or SIPP? I get this question all the time, especially from doctors and professionals who are now starting to take their long-term financial future seriously. And here's the truth. If you get this decision right, you could fast-track your journey to early retirement. But if you get it wrong, you might be stuck with restrictions, regrets, or missed opportunities. So in this video, I break it all down. What a LISA and a SIPP actually are, how the tax benefits work, the pros and cons of each, and which one might suit you best, depending on your goals. And if you're in the NHS, stay tuned. I will explain where your NHS pension fits into all this as well. But a quick one, before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm an experienced investor and a former salaried GP, NHS GP, who reached financial freedom and left my salary job 3 years ago using the same strategies, tax-efficient investing. Now, over 10,000 doctors and professionals have used my content to make smarter financial decisions. So this is purely educational, it's not personal advice, it's based on real-life experience, not just theory. Of course, if you're new here, I'm Dr. Egwim, I'm the founder of MoneyWiseDoctor.com. We help doctors and healthcare professionals make smarter financial decisions. And of course, if you're a smart professional here, you can also use this for your benefit. There's no hype, no jargon, just straight talking personal finance insights. So hit subscribe if you want more videos like this. Now let's jump right into it and look at it all. So now, before we even talk about the lifetime ISA or SIPP, that's self-invested personal pension, if you're in the NHS, your NHS pension is one of the most powerful retirement tools out there. One is a defined benefit scheme, is inflation-linked, is employer-backed. So basically means it gives you a guaranteed income for life and it grows each year with inflation. But too many medics consider opting out of the NHS pension without really understanding what they are really giving up. If that's you, don't be in a hurry, pause. I made a full video called The NHS Pension Explained, Should I Opt Out in 2025? It's somewhere here on the screen. It will walk you through 10 things to think about before even thinking of leaving the NHS pension. You can watch it here for free. The link is also in the description. Make sure you watch that too. But today, we're talking about two other tools, not the NHS pension, the lifetime ISA and the SIPP, the self-invested personal pension. Let's compare them because people always ask which one is better. It's a bit like apples and oranges. First, what is the lifetime ISA? Lifetime ISA or LISA was introduced by the government to help people save for their first home or for retirement. And I'm sure you've heard about lifetime ISA, but if you haven't, here's how it works. You can open one between 18 to 39. You can save up to £4,000 a year. The government gives you an additional 25% bonus. That's up to £1,000 free money each year. You can use it to buy your first home if it's under 450k, or you can withdraw it at age 60 to help fund your retirement. That means if you start at 18 years of age, by the time you're 50, you can get up to £32,000 in bonuses. Sounds great, but let's not rush. Let's look at the SIPP as well. What is a SIPP? So a SIPP or self-invested personal pension is a private pension. Basically, you control it. You can choose to where the money is invested: shares, funds, ETFs, bonds, real estate, commercial real estate, and you get tax relief like any traditional pension. Here's how it works. You can contribute up to £60,000 a year depending on your income. Of course, consider your other pension from your other employment as well, and you get tax relief on it. The money grows tax-free, and from age 55 or 57, if you are withdrawing after 2028, you can start taking it out. You get 25% tax-free and the rest is taxed at income when you start withdrawing. So it's powerful stuff, especially for high earners or early retirement planners. Yes, here's something quick and useful. If you ever wonder what your actual take-home pay is, after taxes, NI, pension deductions, or you just not sure how paying more into your pension will affect your take-home pay, our free NHS salary calculator will give you a clear, instant breakdown. It's perfect for planning your finances, checking deductions, or even spotting overpayments, and helping you determine how any changes in your pension contributions can affect your take-home pay. You want to make sure you're taking enough home. Now, it's easy to use and it's tailored for NHS professionals like you. You can try it now for free on nhsSalaryCalculator.com. So it's nhsSalaryCalculator.com. The link is in the description. Now let's dive right back into the episode. Now, the big question, lifetime ISA versus SIPP. Which one is better? That's a big question I always get. Let's quickly walk through how the lifetime ISA and the SIPP compare side by side. First, the age rules. You can only open a lifetime ISA if you are aged between 18 to 39, while a SIPP, there is no lower age limit or higher age limit. You can keep contributing up to age 75. Next, how much can you put in? With the lifetime ISA, the annual limit is £4,000 and the government has a 25% bonus, giving you up to £1,000 of free money each year. With a SIPP, the limit is much higher, while all your annual pension allowance is £60,000 per tax year, depending on your income. But it's important to note that £60,000 annual allowance covers all your pension, including your NHS or workplace pension. So before you put more money into your SIPP, check how much you've already contributed elsewhere in your pension, like the NHS pension. If you go over the limit, you could face a tax penalty, and no one wants that. Now, when can you access the money? Again, with a lifetime ISA, you can take out the money at 60 years of age or earlier if you're buying your first home. With a SIPP, you start accessing at 55. Well, it's increasing to 57 in 2028. Now, what happens if you need the money early? With lifetime ISA, early withdrawals for anything other than a qualifying home or age 60 come with a harsh 25% penalty. With a SIPP, once you hit the access age, you can take out the 25% tax-free and the rest is taxed as income. What about investment choices? The lifetime ISA is usually more limited. It depends on the provider. There's lifetime ISA stock and shares as well, but a SIPP has wider flexibility and you can invest in quite a few things. Finally, how are they typically used? The LISA works well as a retirement top-up, but it doesn't replace the pension. The SIPP is more of a core retirement vehicle, especially useful if you are aiming for early retirement or want to boost your tax efficiency or don't have a workplace pension. So as you can see, both have their strengths and they work very differently. So think about both sides. Now, the pros and cons of the lifetime ISA. Let's look at that. Pros: up to £1,000 free per year. That adds up, that's something. It's simple to open and manage, and you can use it for first-time home as well as retirement. So dual purpose. You can also invest in stocks and shares or hold it in cash. But there are some downsides as well. Harsh 25% penalty if you withdraw early. 2, there's the £450,000 property price cap. It's tough for you if you live in London or the South. 3, you can't contribute after age 50, so no more addition. And you can access it until age 60 versus 55 for the SIPP. Also, if you move abroad, you can't contribute. It's not a pension replacement. You can use it as a top-up, but it's not your only plan, ideally. Now, personal note, I use the lifetime ISA myself. I think it's brilliant when used right, but it's not a silver bullet for everything. Now, let's look at the SIPP on the other hand. The pros. 1, there's a huge tax relief, especially for 40% or 45% taxpayers. You can contribute far more, up to £60,000 per year. I mean, you have to deduct your other pension contributions as well. It's a flexible investment vehicle. You can choose what you want to invest in. You can withdraw at 55 or even at 57, even if it's later after 2028. And you can keep contributing past the age 50. But again, there are some downsides. Withdrawals are taxed after the 25% lump sum that is free. It's complex. You have to choose your funds and manage your own risk. 3, there's no help with buying your first home. Of course, that's not what it's for. And 4, if you're a high earner, self-employed, or want to retire early, well, the SIPP is a powerful option, I would say. So which one is better? Which one is better? Here's my take. If you're under 40, planning to buy your first home, or want to add a top-up to your retirement, the lifetime ISA is a great place to start. Just stay under the property cap and don't touch it early. Now, if you're earning well and want more tax efficiency, investment control, or early access, the SIPP wins hands down. But honestly, if you can afford it, use both. I've got both. So start with the LISA to get your free £1,000, then top up your SIPP to maximize tax relief. And remember, all of this sits on top of your NHS pension or other workplace scheme. So used together, it's a powerful retirement toolkit. Now, a few final thoughts. The key takeaway, because if you're still not sure, just understand that there's no single best account, only the one that fits your goals at each stage of your life. So don't just copy what someone else is doing. Make a plan, understand the rules, and if in doubt, get some professional help. Now, if you want weekly tips like this, practical, jargon-free, made for smart professionals, sign up for my free newsletter at MoneyWiseDoctor.com for healthcare professionals. And if you don't understand clearly the UK ISA options, check out the next video. It shows the ultimate ISA guide for 2025. It's linked in the description. Hopefully, if it helped you watching this video, hit the subscribe, share it, and drop a comment. Have you got a lifetime ISA? Have you got a SIPP? Which one do you think is better? Share it with your friends. I want you to join the debate. And until next time, stay money wise.